Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is your English teacher from At-Tamayuz School for boys. Welcome, my dear students. Inshallah, in this video, we are going to continue our lessons from Unit 1, which is about We Are What We Eat. In this video, we are going to study Lesson 4, which is about grammar also. So let's get started. Before we start, who can tell me, how can we get our daily vitamin D? Of course, we studied in the previous lesson some elements we call the recommended daily allowance, vitamins, minerals, water, iron, carbohydrates, and so on. There's something called vitamin D. Who can tell me how can we get our daily allowance from vitamin D? Yes, exactly. We can get vitamin D from the sunlight, if not food. But if we have to eat food or to get it from food, we can get it from fish, milk, cheese, butter, and grains. Again, fish, cereal, butter, milk, and cheese. Okay? Or you expose your skin to the sunlight, and in this way you can get your daily allowance from vitamin D. Now, let's get or learn some new vocabulary of the lesson. The first word that we have today, deficiency. Deficiency. If you don't have big amounts of something, so you have deficiency. So a lack of nutrients that the body needs. Deficiency or vitamin D deficiency, iron deficiency, and so on. Next, grilled. Grilled meat, grilled chicken, and so on. It's cooked over the fire on a grill. So it's a way of cooking. We have grilled meat, for example, or grilled chicken. Metabolism. In the previous lesson, we studied the verb metabolize. Metabolize means to change sugar into energy. So this process is called metabolism. It's a chemical process in the body in which food is changed into energy for growth. We change food into energy and growth. So this is called metabolism. Next word, organic. It's an adjective. When I say this food is organic, it's free of artificial chemicals. So we don't use artificial chemicals if we grow plants or we have some kinds of food which are organic. So it's free of artificial chemicals. Next, of course, this is a fruit. Most of you know the color of this juice, juice. So when I say pomegranate juice, it's from pomegranates. Pomegranates, it's a fruit which is so beneficial, which is full of antioxidants. It's called pomegranate. Repeat after me, pomegranate. A thick-skinned, round fruit containing a mass of red seeds and a lot of juice. Okay. This abbreviation, RDA, it stands for Recommended Daily Allowance. Recommended Daily Allowance, RDA. For example, the recommended daily allowance for sodium is 2.3 grams per day. RDA. Supplement. A supplement is a substance taken to add vitamins, minerals, calcium, etc. to a person's diet. So if you have a deficiency, for example, in vitamins, so you have to take supplements. We buy supplements from the pharmacy. Now let's move to the second part of our lesson today, which is about grammar. In this lesson, inshallah, we have to know the difference and use, of course, between past simple and past continuous. Past simple tense and past continuous tense. Here you have to refer to pages 123, 124, and 125 in your student book. Again, You have to refer back to pages 123, 124, and 125. Okay, past simple, of course, as you studied in the previous years from grade 3 till grade 9, you studied that the past simple is formed from the ed. But the past continuous is different, is a little different. Here we have to use verb to be in the past, was or were. Depends, of course. I was, he was, she was. And if we talk about a plural subject, we use were, they were, we were, and so on, plus verb ing. So yesterday morning, for example, we were playing basketball. We were playing basketball yesterday morning. I can say I was watching TV last Sunday evening. Okay, so here we have to use verb to be in the past, was or were, plus verb ing. Refer back to page 14, please. In this exercise, here you have to listen to this breakfast time story and answer these questions. Here we have two questions. Who can read the first one? Yes. Why did the speaker go to the shop? Here we have to listen to someone who is going to the shop or who went to the shop. So tell me, why did he go to the shop? You have to listen carefully and take notes. Question B, what happened at home while he was at the shop? Again, we have two questions. You have to listen carefully to and take notes to be able to answer the following questions.
1.2, page 14, exercise 1.
Last week was a school holiday, so I woke up late every day. This morning, when I got up, my family were having breakfast. My mother and father were talking, and my brothers and sisters were drinking tea and eating bread and cheese. My mother made me some tea.
There's no bread left.
My mum said,
Can you go to the shop to get some?
"Sure, Mum," I said, and ran out of the house. I was hungry. I bought the last loaf of bread in the shop, paid, and left. While I was walking home, I met two of my neighbours. They were standing and chatting.
Hi,
One of them said,
you're in a hurry?
"I'm hungry," I explained. "I came to buy some bread." I got back home. There was no one at the table. I sat down, cut a slice of bread, and reached for the cheese. I couldn't believe it. It was all gone.
Okay, now let's check the answers together. The first one, which, why did the speaker go to the shop? Did you note? Did you write the answer? Did you take notes about this one? Yes, exactly. He went there to buy some bread. So the man went to the shop to buy some bread. Question B. What happened next? What happened at home while he was at the shop? Yes, exactly. There was no one on the table. At home, while he was at the shop, there was no one on the table. Exercise number 2, we have this extract from the listening text. We have to fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verbs. So we are not going to use the verb as it is. No, we are going to use the correct form of these verbs between brackets. For example, P, it can be was or were, last week. Okay, was or last week, were. Take your time. I'll be back in a minute. Think of the answers, then we have to check the answers together. Yes. Number 1. Last week, be a school holiday. Of course, I am talking about a holiday. It's a singular. So a holiday was. Last week was a school holiday. So I wake up late every day. I'm talking about past simple of the verb wake. Yes, exactly, woke up. So wake up, it will be woke up. This morning, when I get up, wrong. The correct answer is got up. Exactly. I got up. My family have breakfast. Here we are using the the adverb when. If we use when, past simple, the other part we have to use past continuous. So we are not going to use had. It's wrong. It will be were having. The family were having breakfast. Here we have to talk about people. For example, my mother and father. My mother and father was or were? Yes, exactly. Were talking, and my brothers and sister were drinking tea and eating bread. So were drinking, were talking, and so on. The last one, my mother. My mother is a singular. Was or were? Was, exactly. My mother was, or the best answer for this one is she made some tea. She made some tea for me. Okay, because this is a single sentence, not a compound one. Sentence B, I buy the last loaf of bread in the shop. Is it right? Of course not. So I bought the last loaf of bread in the shop, paid, and left, paid and left. These are irregular verbs you have to memorize. While, of course, when I use while, the same we have to use was or were and ing. So while I was walking home, I meet or met. Yes, exactly. I met two of my neighbors. They stand and chat. So they were standing and chatting. They were standing and chatting. Sentence C. There be no one at the table. There was or there were no one, so you have to use the verb was. There was no one at the table. I sit down. It's wrong, of course. The past simple of sit was sat, exactly. I sat down. Cut a slice of bread. Cut is one of the verbs that do not change in present and past, infinitive and past. Cut a slice of bread and reached for the cheese. So this is exercise 3. Here we have to work together. We have to work together and talk about these people who were doing. I'm talking about what these people were doing at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. You may have to use your imagination and guess. Okay. What was your father doing at 10 o'clock yesterday morning? Of course, we have different answers for this one. Who can tell me? Yes, one of my students said my father was working. One of my students say my father was shopping. At 10 o'clock yesterday, my father was repairing his car. One of my students said my father was having breakfast at the restaurant, and so on. Okay, so this is about your father. Okay. The second rule that we have is called order of adjectives. Order of adjectives. When we talk about adjectives, they have to follow an order. Here is the order. Start from the red one on the left. Who can read? Yes. Opinion, size, shape, condition, age, color, pattern, and material. This is called adjective order or order of adjectives. Okay. Here, again, let's read together. Opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, I mean the country, for example, or the continent, or the religion, material like metal, wooden, gold, plastic, paper, and in the end we have to put the noun. Okay, this is the right order. Here, after memorizing the order, you have to complete these phrases with adjectives given. Make sure they have or they follow the correct order. For example, this building is described with 3 adjectives: gray, round, and small. Who can put them in the right order? Yes, this is number 1, or A. B, we have to describe the vase: wooden, beautiful, blue. This man: athletic, tall, and thin. This one is very difficult because they are all similar adjectives. Okay, the last one, D, salad, described with green, huge, and delicious. Take your time. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, let's check the answers. The first one, gray, round, and small building. Is it right? Of course, wrong. The right answer is a small, round, gray. Small is a size adjective, round is a shape adjective, and gray is a color adjective. Okay, so this is the right order. Sentence B, vase. The right one is a beautiful blue wooden vase. Beautiful is an opinion adjective. Blue is a color adjective. Wooden is a material adjective. C, man. If you want to describe the man with athletic, tall, and thin, you can say a tall, thin, athletic man. Tall, thin, athletic man. The last one, salad. Yes, delicious, it's an opinion adjective. Huge is a size adjective. Green is a color adjective. Okay, so this is about order of adjectives. You have to memorize in order to be able to answer this exercise. Thank you very much. Inshallah, see you in other videos. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.